death, coming up next.
You may think a good diet and stress...
Own backyard. The Port of Hampton Roads juggles billions of dollars worth of goods every year and has perfected the delicate task of getting cargo off the ships and on the road. Les now with more.
Alvita, as tobacco and poultry head out, machine parts and rubber are the big items that come in. 1,700 people make it happen every day of the year. Cy Bolton with an in-depth look at just how big a player the port really is.
Most cargo moves through the Hampton Roads port one container at a time. It's a process repeated 720,000 times a year. In fact, now, nearly all of the cargo moving through the port is shipped not in the old bulk manner with pallets and the like, but in these truck-sized metal boxes that can haul up to 40 tons of goods. Each year, 10 million tons of cargo moves through Hampton Roads, making it the second largest port on the East Coast. It trails only New York.
The ship lines, there are 56 of them that call in the Port of Hampton Roads. Each of them are represented either by a home office or an agent in the local area.
5 vessels a day from destinations near and far pull into one of the 3 terminals, either Norfolk, Portsmouth, or Newport News, to load or unload its cargo. The longshoremen who handle the goods belong to one of 5 stevedore firms that compete against one another for contracts offered by the shipping lines. Incoming cargo is offloaded and passed on to the port's overall operator, the Virginia International Terminals.
Virginia International Terminals then receives the cargo on behalf of the shippers or consignees, processes the documents, arranges for there to be customs clearances, and arranges the inland transportation.
Trucks haul 70% of the traffic inland, railroads 20, barges up the Chesapeake and James 10.
Now, putting all the numbers and everything aside, one of the most amazing things to see down here at the terminals is how they move all these containers from one place to another.
At the Portsmouth terminal, they use 24 of these contraptions called straddle carriers. They look like something out of Star Wars, but they're highly efficient at maneuvering through the stacks, lifting containers, and delicately placing them on the chassis of awaiting trucks. And when you notice the cab's location, you can imagine how complicated they are to steer compared to normal vehicles.
What's different about it when you're in a car going forward, when you would turn your steering wheel to the right, you go right. Well, not in this thing. You turn it left, you're going to go right. Your cab's going to go like that, just the opposite. Now, the only way you feel comfortable when you're going in reverse, you turn it to the right, you do go right. So you got to kind of get that in your mind. It's a second nature thing.
I have no idea what you just said. They are routed by the port's computer, with terminals in each of the cabs. Computers also arrange the container's layout, what goes where in this vast, multi-hued field, and they also help the customs service keep smuggling and theft here to a minimum.
Of course, they are tied into our computer system, and they select or target certain shipments from certain countries or certain shippers who may be suspect and call for an examination of the cargo, examination of the documents.
All of which helps protect the $500 million in goods that pass through the port each year. I'm Cy Bolton, WAVY News 10.
In the 10 years from 1985 to 1995, goods shipped through the marine terminals grew by 250%. Seems like the world finally discovered what the Navy's known for years. Hampton Roads is a terrific port. Alvita, back to you.
Thanks a lot. Well,